Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise chapter number 3, Indian Judiciary of Civics. The judiciary is the branch of government that makes sure everything happens according to the law. It punishes the guilty, settles disputes, and protects the rights of citizens. The cases brought before a court of law are mainly of two types, civil and criminal. Civil cases involve disputes related to money, property, and social matters like inheritance, divorce, etc. Criminal cases involve offences such as thefts, robberies, murders, cheating, etc. In this chapter consists of the following topics: structure of the judiciary, Supreme Court and High Courts, importance of judiciary. Structure of the judiciary. The Indian judiciary has a pyramidal structure. The Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the country, is at the top of the pyramid. Below the Supreme Court are the High Courts. The High Court is the highest court at the state level. Some states and union territories share a common High Court. Below the High Courts, there are subordinate courts. The judiciary is single and united. This means cases from the lower courts can be taken in appeal to the higher courts and ultimately to the Supreme Court. The Indian judiciary is independent. This means that the other organs of government, namely the legislature and the executive, cannot interfere in its decisions. Supreme Court and High Courts. Composition of the Supreme Court and High Court. The Supreme Court is headed by the Chief Justice of India. It can have a maximum of 30 other judges. This number can be increased by the Parliament. The President of India appoints the Chief Justice of India. In consultation with the Chief Justice, the President also appoints the other judges of the Supreme Court. A High Court is headed by a Chief Justice. The President of India appoints the Chief Justice of a High Court after consulting the Chief Justice of India and the Governor of the state concerned. The other judges of the High Court are appointed by the President in consultation with the Chief Justice of India. The Chief Justice of the High Court and the Governor of the state. Functions and powers. Courts have jurisdiction, that is, the power to pass judgment in cases. A court may have different types of jurisdiction in different types of cases. A court exercises original jurisdiction in those cases which can be heard only by that court and not by any other court. A court exercises appellate jurisdiction when it hears an appeal against the judgment of a lower court. A court exercises advisory jurisdiction when it gives advice on matters relating to the Constitution. A court exercises supervisory jurisdiction when it watches over the working of lower courts. A court acts as a court of records when it keeps records of all its decisions for lower courts to refer to in similar cases. Qualifications and term of service. Supreme Court Judge and High Court Judge. The qualifications of a Supreme Court Judge must be a citizen of India and a High Court advocate for at least 10 years or a High Court judge for at least 5 years or a distinguished jurist in the President's opinion. The qualifications of a High Court judge must be a citizen of India and holding a judicial office in India for at least 10 years or a High Court advocate for at least 10 years. Age of retirement. Supreme Court judge is 65 years. Age of retirement. High Court judge is 62 years. Subordinate courts. District courts. A state is divided into districts for administrative convenience. At the district level, the highest court dealing with the civil cases is the court of the district judge. The court of the sessions judge is the highest district court for criminal cases. The district judge also acts as the sessions judge. The courts at the district level hear appeals against the decisions of lower courts. Appeals against the decisions of the district courts are taken to the High Court of the state. Next is revenue courts. Disputes in matters of payment of revenue are settled through revenue courts. The Board of Revenue is the highest revenue court in a state and appeals can be taken from the Board of Revenue to the High Court. The Court of the Collector is the most important revenue court in a district. Nyaya Panchayat. In rural areas, there are small law courts known as Nyaya Panchayat. A Nyaya Panchayat often serves 3 or 4 villages. It tries petty civil and criminal cases and can impose small fines. Appeals can be taken from the Nyaya Panchayat to higher courts. Lok Adalats. It is said that justice delayed is justice denied. In our country, the legal process has become lengthy and expensive. To solve this problem, Lok Adalats have been introduced. They are presided over by retired judges. The disputing parties put forward their cases and the matter is settled without a pleader or an advocate. The first Lok Adalat was held in Delhi in 1985. Nearly 150 cases were settled in a day. Importance of judiciary. The judiciary plays a very important role in India. It protects the fundamental rights of the citizens and preserves democracy. As the Indian judiciary is single and united, appeals against the decisions of lower courts can be taken to higher courts. The Supreme Court interprets the Constitution and prevents the violation of the Constitution. The judiciary is kept free from the interference of the other organs of the government so that it can give impartial justice. Dear students, I hope all of you understood this chapter well. Go through this video and learn well. Thank you. Have a nice day.